Okay, we just got done getting the stone in. Plenty of stone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's quite early yet, but we're not here very long. We'll be done and gone before the police get here, and I'll just have them put the ticket on the dashboard. We gotta be ready. Okay, here's our walk. Right around. A little bit of extra stone to the sides. I like it.
Now you're done with the shovel.
So we put a conduit underneath the steps and underneath the walk. I'll point those out to the homeowner. And then if they need low voltage lighting, sprinkler system, they can access that. All right, concrete's due pretty soon. Okay, good timing. Tony's here. They're squirting the buggies out from the dirt yesterday, stone this morning. Now they're nice and clean, ready for concrete. All right, we'll get it in here. Matt's getting some plastic, it looks like, on the concrete. I need to seal this yet after I color the border. After we pour this, after we color this border, then we'll do it all together. So we want to keep this nice and clean, no dirty footprints on it. Okay. All right, we'll get poured. Now the plan is buggies will come in here, make the turn. We're not going to try and get them all the way there. Just right about in this area, dump it, and we have a 12-foot drag, and then steps, and then work our way out. Should go pretty easy. Dirty side up. Good deal. Okay, here we go. Just half and wait.
We're still picking that up, right? That
Yeah,
corner? Up
up to the blue line, yep.
Well, it should be higher than the blue line. Stuff
Finishing up with this small pour. Figure I'll grab the camera and bring it down. Just hitting our steps nice and slow. You know, we shoveled, raked over. I just make sure you clean these faces off so all that debris doesn't fall in the finished concrete as you're trying to put the final touches on everything. As you pull the joint clips off, they hold our step liner in place. Make sure you shake the concrete and fill those little voids in, otherwise you'll see them if you ever use these step liners. Now with me not 45 in these steps, we can flip this step around and use the other side if we want to. And it's real easy to see where the bottom is supposed to be. So we'll cut under that with a trowel, or we'll pull this early and just wipe it off. So we've tried 45 in them in the past. This is the way I was taught. So you know what they say about old dogs. Old dogs know the best way. That's the saying.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the steps. There's the walk. And we'll start getting our dirty tools out with us. How can I help, gentlemen?
We want to be inside that fence post, right?
It doesn't matter. Just make sure they're both the same.
Well, we got a footer there.
Okay.
We're going to the outside.
We can just float down on it, right? As long as we're thick enough. I'd say I like the outside. Outside, yeah. That way, then they don't have to weed whack under the gate. Okay. Float down on it. All right, I'll get it. You on bull float? Okay. Is that a buggy of concrete there? Okay. All right, we'll set this down so I can work with two hands.
I got the rebar off the truck.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need any more back here. I just got that in case we needed it. Okay. Cleaning off the edge. These slide on here. It goes from probably an inch, 2 inches, all the way up to 12 inches. I have it set at 6. A 6-inch border on a 4-foot wide sidewalk. I feel it looks nice. Fives. Yeah, our intersect point there, yeah. I say this quite often on our videos, scrape that form clean as you're edging. That way when you're working with it, you don't keep pulling all that debris in. Just like our step faces earlier. Now they're nice and, pretty clean. It makes finishing a little bit easier. And whatever you can do to make the finishing easier, by all means. I am back in the swimming pool. Okay, look here real quick. This is quite important. As these hairline crack, you'll see a crack right down the face. Don't see any yet, just in 24 hours. Well, about 18 hours, I guess. So what we do, take a quick square, like Matt's doing, and just put a nice pencil line right down it, and Steve's following it up with a grinder right through there, right to the chipped one. That's okay. We can take a little bit of cement, put on there. We need to color this yet. You want to pull this out a little bit? Bring it down, trying not to hit the coping. Now, what that does, that'll hide a hairline crack, as well as it'll help this drain and not hold debris. Okay, all the way around. Those will be done shortly. Here's what the steps look like coming out of the pool, meeting the walk. Just going along, cleaning up the fence, getting all of our debris cleaned up. We'll be finishing this in minutes. And it rolls right up. I like that. Okay.
Are we pouring anything else?
No, we're all done pouring here. We'll get cleaned up. We're out of here. 2 sets of steps later today. So let's go. So it's slow, tedious but that's okay. It's not a real big sidewalk. Cleaning up our border. So rolled slate, heavy stone, heavy stone, heavy stone, heavy stone, broomed. Everything in the middle is broomed. You can see how these are all cleaned up. Quite soft yet. We'll let this tighten up. I'm going to start working on these steps. Now steps can come together real good, or they can be quite tricky. So I brought my sidewalk around and set my first step, came down to the bottom, and I gave it 3% fall, and I measured up 14.5 inches, knowing that these are 7.25. So I had to adjust that down a little bit. I took it down about an inch, and then I hit my 14.5 at 3%. Now my steps have the same fall, and they're all the same number starting at our drain right here. This is a tape on there to keep it nice and clean, so we'll pull that off when we're all done. Final step here, just edging the back side of the drain. Getting ready to start doing our texturing. Might as well show you these corners. Peel these off. Just grab this, pull that away. Now grade will come right up here. Broken stone all the way around.
Room out up there, Tommy? No. I didn't check that.
There it is done. Nice clean looking. Steps. Gorgeous. I love it. I love it. You guys do nice work.
You want to just wheel this?
I'll get as far as I can, and then I'll put it on a stick. There we go. All done. And I think we did really good time with all this detail work. 9:07. Starting to get hot out, and we are done with our pour. Now we'll go prep. So we'll be back here tomorrow to address the stamp, border, all that, and that border around the pool, and then we are done. Let me talk to these guys, make sure they know not to walk on this. Please, please, please don't walk on this. Okay, before we sign off completely, everybody just goes along the trucks, make sure everything is secure. Rebar tied in, sticking out a little bit further than I like. We usually put that on my trailer, it's bigger, but I brought the dump truck today. So we're not going too far, and we'll keep a truck behind it, strapping down the lumber, making sure everything's up. Our chains are hooked. Okay, let's roll. Okay. Just making my way to the truck with an armful of stuff. The guys came, they're working on the gas line around to the back. So we talked to them, asked if they could please keep the concrete clean, no footprints. All right, I may or may not be back on this job. Steve probably usually finishes these out. So thanks for tuning in to Conquer the Hosses. We'll have some clips to bring this project all the way home and show you the final on it. Join us. We're heading to Zilly to do 2 good sized sets of steps. That's what we're going to finish out the day. See you later. Okay, here we are. Project 2 for the day. We're ripping out these steps, ripping out the bushes here, as well as back here. Here comes my machine. Okay, here comes the dump truck. We're going to get a couple traction mats right here and dig these out.
Let me get you a better view. My dad's pickaxing the stairs. Ah, he's like falling off.
Okay, now that I got it all figured out, I'll go ahead and turn the camera on. It took me, I think, 3 tries to get this. We have a couple obstacles. They'll be done in 1 second. We have a couple of obstacles. We were trying to fit these in here, curving down, making it look good there, but this wall has a kink in it right here and right here. Now they want to keep this wall, so we're working with that. So that kink doesn't work with our curve, but I think we look pretty good. So coming down, here's our first step. I held that back 6 inches. I don't really like them when they're right at the corner on these sides. So back 6 inches. If they stick out, now a car tire could hit it, somebody could trip on it. So again, that's why I like that. Now these are just curving right up. We're just doing the final little under forming to hold all of our concrete. I want these nice and thick underneath these wooden steps. You can see how we're going to force concrete underneath there. We're going to have rebar going up in it to help support these. There's a post under there. I don't think you can see it, but they are under there, and our concrete will be here tomorrow, and those will be setting on the concrete. I dug all the loose out. We're down to pretty solid. Now we're going to fill it up with some limestone. It's all below grade, Jim. I think we're okay.
Okay. Want to go down the hill?